Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a scenario where Peru forms an empire. So, just like I usually do, I spin a wheel with every country's name in the world, and today it landed on Peru, and Peru's gonna be forming an empire, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the Empire series. Just a quick reminder, please press that subscribe button. I never do this, but it's just a quick reminder, because my main channel actually has currently less subscribers than my Geography channel, so please subscribe to this channel, it would help. And also please go subscribe to my main channel. Everybody who watches these videos, go subscribe to @RafaFofo1 because it would help a lot, guys. Anyways, today here is our little brother Peru, and it's gonna be forming an empire, right? And let's just get started into this. First thing Peru does is elect a monarch, not like that dictator thing that happened a couple years ago. Like this time it's a real monarch election, you know what I mean? And it actually works and the people don't kill him. So they elect him, and this man starts doing some pretty weird decisions for the Peruvian people and country. So the first thing that he does is declare war on Ecuador. Makes sense, you know, Ecuador's Peru's smallest neighbor, Peru's weakest neighbor, and Peru could really benefit from invading Ecuador a little bit. And Peru is trying to fulfill this operation named by their dictator, should we call it that? Their emperor, I guess. And this emperor, this Peru guy, is going after the Ecuadorian capital of Quito. Oh, I did it perfectly. Is it Quito or Quito? I don't know, but I do speak Spanish. So the thing is, they're gonna name this Operación Quito, and the first thing that they're gonna do is send troops over here through the south, and they start to capture major cities inside of Ecuador. If you're wondering why I can speak Spanish, it's basically because I'm Brazilian, and every Brazilian or Portuguese person has the capacity to speak Spanish if they try. So there you go, like easier than anybody else. Anyway, troops from Peru start wrapping around the country massively, going and invading the hillside of the country, all of the hilly parts, and then the massive spearhead for Quito starts. They do it from here, all the way in the east of the country, and they do their best to capture it, and the capital is captured. Just know it's captured here. I know it's not like bright red, but it's better. Like I don't know. It's captured. Then they start wrapping around and capturing major cities. The Ecuadorian military can't do anything. They stop getting military aid from, not military aid, humanitarian aid from Colombia. Now they're just fully wrapped here, closed. And while this happens, Ecuador's island chain over here, called the Galapagos Islands, they decide to declare their independence and pull out of this war. But Peru's like, not too fast, baby. And they start, and the center of Ecuador just surrenders. But before they do, a plane of Ecuadorian, like the Ecuadorian government decides to do like a government in exile thing, and they start taking back the Galapagos Islands, telling everybody to flee from the mainland and to just go to the Galapagos Island, and then they just fully invade the Galapagos Islands. Anyway, the mainland surrenders, and the airport that transported everyone to the Galapagos went there, and the first war in the Galapagos Islands ever happens. Oh, there's so much wildlife, so much nature there. It's sad, but let's say not everything goes away. It doesn't need to be a tragedy. Anyway, Peru are like, not so fast again, and they project their navy to just go and land on as many of the Galapagos Islands as they could. So this happens, the Galapagos Island get navally blockaded, and Peru just capitulates it because they want the Galapagos Island for themselves. That's so yay. Then they sign a peace treaty with the government of Ecuador, and in this peace peace treaty, Ecuador just gets fully annexed into Peru. And next, Peru's gonna declare war on Bolivia, and they explain that their people need more space to live in because they're reproducing like crazy, maybe because they're like winning wars. They completely assimilate Ecuador into their country, the culture and stuff. It's all Peru now. Instead of whatever Ecuador makes, it's all ceviche. Anyway, Peru are like, we need to like take everything that we can from Bolivia because they're poops. So they just cross into Bolivia, and Bolivia were not prepared for this because like they went through their own little thing, and this just makes Peru go like crazy. And their mission was to like wrap around the country, and they are really successful really quick. They don't even care about the capitals because there's two and it would be too complicated, but when the country is like this, it just surrenders. And in this peace treaty, Bolivia and Peru's governments decide to unite after the war. I mean, Bolivia could decide to keep like this or something, but they said no, and they just fully united because it would just die. They have been putting. Anyways, next thing they do is ally up with two little countries here. First one being Brazil, and second one is gonna be Venezuela, and the third one is gonna be Panama. If you don't understand, then click off the video. They're all gonna go after Colombia. They do this so they can flex their military muscles, as well as keeping the job easy for them and for their military so nothing bad happens, you know. Anyway, the first country to strike in this scenario, I need to do ow so she understands, is Venezuela, who are persuaded to get territory. They won it in the east, but now they're getting it in the west, so they can start wrapping around the coast and their borders with Colombia because they want more territory. Panama want to finish all this Darien Gap, like these issues, so they just start pushing a bit, but Colombia are strong enough to push back a little bit, but they don't even dare cross into Panama. Anyway, the next player is Peru, and Peru is doing an incredible job at invading Colombia. They wrapped around their full border with Colombia, and then they start their own spearhead towards the capital of Bogota because they want to grab it before anyone else tries. Next player is Brazil. They don't want to cross into anybody's claim, so they just push as much as they can because they want some territory too, but they're not getting mad at it at anything. Next, Panama are able to like get their military together, and this is the best they're gonna do in the war, the invasion action. It's not the war because Colombia is just getting destroyed. Next, Venezuela is gonna grab the full north coast of Colombia, and it's like finished for anybody else who wants it. And they took a lot of manpower to do that, so they're kind of weak and exhausted now. Next is Brazil, who grab everything that Venezuela can't just to flex on them a bit more, and they start their very own spearhead towards Bogota. But fortunately for them, Peru are able to capture the capital of Colombia, and then Colombia just falls apart. They were okay before, but now that they're split into like one big area in the north, they're capitalist, one big area in the north and one tiny long strip in the south, they just decide to surrender. And in this peace treaty, Peru annexes what they've captured. Brazil does the same, as do Venezuela and Panama. And in this peace treaty, Panama gets bigger, as well as Venezuela, as well as Brazil, as well as our huge Peruvian empire. The rest of Colombia becomes a puppet state of Peru. Anyways, guys, something I want to do more often is to show you the real size of this country, of our newfound country. This is the Peru Empire. Look at it over the United States, the third biggest country. Look how huge it is. It's gigantic. Look at it over Europe. Hello. From Colombia to Bolivia. Look at it over Africa. Now let's take a look at the different provinces of this country. Alright guys, so the first province we have is the province of the Galapagos Islands. It's a special district of Peru, the Empire of Peru. Next, we've got the Peru province with this other province called Lima. houses the capital of Peru, Lima, and it controls this, but it also controls everything else. You know what I mean? So that's the most important province, and then there's the big one. Next, we've got the province of Bolivia, but with two smaller provinces that control it, which are basically one. It's the province of Bolivian Federal District, La Paz and Sucre. They both control Bolivia, the big Bolivian province. Next is the province of Quito, which controls the province of Ecuador, and this is the province of Bogota that controls the province of Colombia. There you go, guys. Now let's put the flag on this country. And here it is. Here is our thumbnail. I know that Acre is this Brazilian state of Acre is kind of ruining it all, but it's okay, right, guys? And on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.